Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I miss you guys so much. I miss seeing your smiling faces. And I just wanted to read you guys some books, okay? So the first book I'm gonna read you is called Let My People Go. And if you remember the story about the 10 plagues and Pharaoh and Moses, and that's what this story is gonna be about. And in this book, Pharaoh's gonna say 3 things each time. He's gonna say no, no, no. And when I point to you guys, I want y'all to say no, no, no too at home, okay? All right. A burning bush, and it all began. As God told Moses, here's my plan. But Moses was a simple man. He said, I just don't think I can. God wouldn't hear the answer no, and said, with Aaron you will go to lead my people from Pharaoh, to tell him your God said so. So Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A big mistake he didn't know, that God would deal a mighty blow. A plague, a plague, a plague! Egyptians to Pharaoh said, their God has turned our water red. No more fish, they're all dead. Where's water we can drink? We cannot stand this bloody stink. And then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. Can you imagine what that water smelled like? Whew. A plague, a plague, a plague. Frogs were Pharaoh's next nightmare. He cried, they're hopping everywhere. Tell God to send the frogs away. Then you can go without delay. They're in my oven, in my bed. I think a frog jumped on my head. So Moses prayed and the frogs were dead. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. Egyptians cried, oh no, now gnats, covering cows and dogs and cats, covering us from head to toe. Please, Pharaoh, please let those people go. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, that's right, he shouted no. A plague, a plague, a plague. God spread the ground with nasty flies, but Pharaoh answered only lies. I'll let your people go. Leave this place. Just get these flies out of my face. When Moses said, it's done, we'll go, Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. Soon animals began to die. Egyptians pleaded, hear our cry. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, why? But Pharaoh still would not comply. Then Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh. Our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. Egyptians moaned and cried in dread to see their skin turn purpley red, and nasty boils began to spread. But Pharaoh was an old hard head. When Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh, our God says, let my people go. And Pharaoh shouted, no, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. God continued the campaign with hail and thunder, mighty rain. There'd never been a worse event. It looked like Pharaoh might relent. When Moses spoke to mean Pharaoh, our God says, let my people go. But Pharaoh shouted, No, no, no. A plague, a plague, a plague. Now God sent down a new command, and Moses, with his outstretched hand, sent hungry locusts throughout the land. Pharaoh said, "This I cannot stand. Leave Egypt now as you have planned." But when the people packed to go, Pharaoh shouted, "No, no, no." A plague, a plague, a plague. When Egypt had 3 days of night, while Israel's enjoyed God's light. So Pharaoh, tired of the fight, said, "Wives and children all can go. You cannot take your livestock, though." He really didn't mean it. So he soon was shouting, "No, no, no." A plague, a plague, a plague. God through Moses said, "Beware, this plague is bad beyond compare. Death to every firstborn, from royal born to poorest one. But sons of Israel I will spare, so listen now, you must prepare." So they're doing what God told them to do. And as God struck this final blow, Pharaoh shouted, "Go, go, go!" And they left. It's a great book. I love that book. It's so much fun. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my story today, and check back for more stories. I'll be reading about Jonah and the very big fish, David and Goliath, Joseph and his coat of many colors, and all the miracles of Jesus, and so much more. Bye guys, have a great day.